are you ready? Ready? The time starts now.
My name is Adam Morrell, representing the KU ASCE. My presentation is on measuring engineering qualification, credentials, and competency. Okay, why should we care about engineering qualification? Well, according to the Zurich Federal Institute of Technology, common reasons behind 800 cases of structural failure, producing hundreds of deaths and millions of dollars of damage, include insufficient knowledge, underestimations, and carelessness. How do you guys think we should minimize this? Well, to give you a historical perspective, it is important to know how our profession developed in order to measure our professional qualification. It all started with simple and empirical design, which enabled visualization of forces and experience of tradesmen to develop design criteria. This picture is the Lion Gate Citadel, constructed in the 13th century BC, and you can tell it's a portable arch, which is one of my favorite kinds. And in using simple designs like this, you can easily visualize your forces and make it easy to formulate an effective design. Academia and training. In 1828, civil engineering became an official profession. There was rapid growth in material science and structural analysis, which enabled for more complex structures. Due to this complexity, institutions were established for adequate training. This is a picture of Norwich University, which was the first civil engineering institution. Okay, growing technology. Computer technology has revolutionized structural analysis. Structures of any degree of complexity can now be analyzed. This speeds the design process and creates more efficient structures. This is a photo of the Palace of Art, Reina Sofia, and without the use of computerized technology, the design would have been impossible. And as I've shown you through these last few slides, you can tell that the body of knowledge has certainly grown, phasing through these slides. Responsibility. Civil engineers are responsible for public safety and engineering effectiveness. A failure to check calculations and design ideas can end like this. This is the Hyatt Regency walkway collapse, in which people died and cost was incurred simply due to the fact that design was not reviewed and checked. Credentials alone do not equal engineering qualification. They do not serve as an indefinite measure of competency. Changes in engineering practice can outdate these credentials, and due to the expanding body of knowledge, the old credentials can be void. A piece of paper does not make an engineer alone, but what he does with a piece of paper makes him who he is. Competency does not equal engineering qualification alone. Experience is necessary to prepare engineers for practice. Communication skills and teamwork abilities are essential to work on effective projects. And also, integrity is required for diligent checks and tedious safety measures. You cannot cut corners in this business. It is better to take more time and ensure everything is to be done right, as opposed to speeding along to meet your deadlines. Reducing required education is a huge dilemma. It will degrade the quality of engineers in our workforce, and it does not give them a sufficient body of knowledge available to be an effective engineer. It also affects the well-roundedness which civil engineers hold to this day. So in conclusion, credentials, competency, and character are the pyramid for engineering success. And the pyramid that I have visualized, credentials and competency are on the bottom, and character is on the top of the pyramid. And with a continuously growing body of knowledge, engineers need to keep pace and adopt accordingly. Thank you.
The body knowledge that you said had expanded over time. What spurred the expansion?
Technology improvements and the ability to think outside of the box, and design structures that have never been designed before.
Why you see why do you see professional the past professional engineering requirements that experienced engineer have proficiently completed slowly become obsolete? Why you see that?
Technology is just advancing at such a rapid pace. I feel like a master's degree is so critical for engineers because you need to somehow, like there's factors of safety in design, you need to have factors of safety in hiring your engineer. So you need to make sure that they fit a certain category. Okay, they have their licensure. Okay, they have their master's degree. You just have to make sure that the individual is competent before you hire them. And that's what I was trying to explain in my paper.
What do you see right now? You will get a master's degree.
Yes.
About and compare with the experienced engineer, or the engineer that know how to use computer at all.
Yes.
But who is more
See,
suited to that job?
now there, it comes down to the individual at that point. But I feel like in structure especially, you really need to have a basis on what the computer is doing for you because it's performing so many different actions that you need to know what are going on. You can't blindly accept the results of a computer and say, okay, that's my answer. You have to know, like, okay, what's going on here? Kind of visualize the structure. So you need to have that knowledge, that background, in order to do that.
Yeah. Similar to on your slides, show what kind of how complicated right now the structure system can be, and how simpler is like 13 BC. 13th century BC, and then what's the structure difference is. So when is because I'm a structural engineer, I look at things. It's not just look at the model, computer model, because the experienced engineer know how to detail it. Probably you know everything you can model, but you cannot detail it. That's what I see. Yeah, but I understand your point. There are a difference there.
Right.
But I don't think it's going to be obsolete.
So just out of curiosity, I was wondering, when you're talking about master's degrees, where you would rate a master's in civil engineering in project management or in engineering management?
I think if that's the type of field you're going into, I think that's really highly recommended. If you're going to work in construction, I feel like project management is huge. And any other field for that matter. I feel like an advanced degree definitely puts you above the average. And it definitely ensures that you encompass that necessary body of knowledge because we need to make sure that our engineers are operating effectively.
Any more questions? Thank you.